Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ami Hamzah bin Ibrahim and I am from Group Tupperware. Our project title is Smart Player Mat. Our group is consists of Aziz Imran, Hani Nazura and Ami Hamzah. I as a group leader will present about the work distribution for this project. For the work distribution, we have divided our task into three modules, each from week 1 until week 3. For the first week, we are making a module 1. For module 1, we have distribute into three compartments. First, for the Salah mode pressure sensor coding, it will do by Azim. Second one, the Zikir counter will do by myself, and the third one Ayani will make the Salah mode heartbeat sensor coding. And then after that, for the module 2, we will code the Salah mode for the gas sensor, both for us, and Ayani will start to code for the Salah mode motion sensor coding. And then for the third module, we will check if there is any code that we can fix when we run the code, and if there is any bug, then we will fix the code. I think that's all from me. Now I will pass to the next presenter, which is Hayani for the flowchart. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Hayani and I will be talking about our flowchart. So the first flowchart is to detect the position of eye quality and sound or eye movement of the person praying. We call it the salah mode. So first it start off by detecting the position of the user and check whether the user is standing or not. Then it will detect the sound and eye quality using the gas sensor, so let's detect the eye movement using the motion sensor. If the air quality is not up to par or wrong, then we will trigger the alert using the vibrator. It will also alert the user using Surah Fatiha using the speaker, and it ends there. The next flowchart is for the ZK counter. First, we start off by making the user click on the ZK counter mode. Then the system will display the counter, which is 0. Then the system will set alert for every time the user says Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah, Allahu Akbar, the counter will increase by 1. The user can also click a button to reset the counter, or they can continue with their ZK. And on the 100 ZK, the counter will reset back to 0. Here, the user can choose to end the program, or the counter will continue on by 1 again until the 100 again, and then it will loop again and again until the user chooses to end it. The next flowchart is for the heartbeat sensor. Here we start off by initializing the heartbeat sensor, and then it will check whether the sensor are connected or not. If not, it will display an error message and then it will go back to initializing. If yes, it will detect the heartbeat and display the heart rate. Then it will check whether the heartbeat is normal or not. If yes, it will end. If not, it will trigger an alert sound, and then it will check again whether the heartbeat returns to normal. If not, it will continue triggering the alert sound. If yes, then it will end. The last flowchart is the prayer speed detector to detect the speed of prayer. So it will start off by initializing the motion sensor, and then we will configure the speed thresholds and detect and read the motion data. Then it will analyze the motion data. If the speed is acceptable, it will end. If not, it will trigger the user using a buzzer, and it will check whether the speed changed to become acceptable. If not, it will continue triggering the alert. If yes, it will end.
Alright, now I will be presenting about our source code, which is about Smart Sejadah. So let's compile and run the code. So when you run the code, it will display a sentence, a welcome sentence, which is Smart Prayer Monitoring System. So the user have to press any key to continue to furthermore to navigate more inside the system. So let's say the user press P. So the user will be navigated into the main menu. Inside this main menu page, it will be displaying three options for the user, which are Salah mode status, Zikir mode status, and terminate program. For Salah mode status, we have two options, which are 1 for off, 2 for on. For Zikir mode status, it contains 3 for off, 4 for on, And the last one is terminate program for number 0 if the user want to exit and terminate the system. So so after that, the user have to choose an option. Let's say if the user press number 1. Okay, so when the user press number 1, the salah mode is off. When the salah mode is off, all the sensors inside the salah mode is off because the user choose the number 1. If the user wants to turn on the sensors inside the salah mode, the user have to press number 2. Okay. When the moment user press number 2, all the modes inside the salah mode will start to scan. The first sensors inside the salah mode is position sensor. So the sensor will start scanning the user if the user already in the correct place or not. So it will scan. Position is wrong, so it will keep scanning. Position is wrong, it will keep scanning until the user's position is correct. After the position is correct, the sensors inside the salah mode, which is eye sensor, it will detect the eye of the system to know whether the user is ready for their salah or not. So it will detect the eye is detected, and it will prompt the user to recite Al-Fatiha after the eye is detected. So that like the system already know the user wants to start the prayer. So after that, it will be displaying 4 options for the user. The first option is heartbeat mode, second is gas mode, third is speed mode, and the last one is main menu. If the user wants to go into the heartbeat mode, they can press 1. If the user wants to go to the gas mode, they can press 2. Speed mode, number 3, and the main menu, 0. Okay, let's say if the user choose an option that does not exist in this list. Like for example, the user enter number 4, which are not given in the options. So the input is invalid. So the user will keep asking the system will keep asking the user until the system get the correct option. So the user press number 1 for the heartbeat mode. So in this heartbeat mode, the sensor for heartbeat sensor will detect the user heart rate. If the heart rate is normal or the heart rate is abnormal. So 100 beat, so which means the heart rate is normal. After that, would you like to go back? If the user do not want to go back, the sensor inside this heartbeat mode will keep scanning the heartbeat of the user. Let's say if the user enter N, it will keep detecting the heart rate. 90 is normal, 80 is normal, and 50. Suddenly the heart rate of the user is 50. So it will alarm the user by displaying warning, your heartbeat is abnormal. So it will keep detect. Okay, now the heartbeat is normal again, 80. Would you like to go back? The user press Y, which means the user wants to go back. Press Y. Okay. After that, the user will go back to the 4 options. Next, we go to the gas mode. The user press number 2. In this mode, our gas sensor will detect the fart from the environment around the user during the salah. So detecting fart, this is the result of mode 2. Fart gas detected, your prayer is invalid. So the system will ask or inform the user that the user's prayer is not valid anymore because he already doing fart. Would you like to go back? The user said no. So the system will keep detecting the fart. The system will keep detecting the quality of air around the user. So the user wants to go back, press Y. After that, we go to the speed mode. Inside the speed mode, it will measure and detect the speed, the fastestness of the user during the prayer. If the user prayer speed is high, so high, it will alert the user. slow down to maintain tranquility during prayer. Until the user slow down, it will display your pace is good, keep it up. So this will be output by the speaker from the system so that the user can hear it. Will you like to go back? That's the user said no. So the system will keep repeating, scanning the speed of the prayer doing by the user. Will you like to go back? Yes. So the user wants to go back. Okay. Let's say the user wants to go to the main menu. The user can press number 0. So the user will be navigated into this main menu page. So next, if the user wants to go to the zikir mode status, after the user done their salah, they want to do zikir. Let's say if the user press number 3 to turn off the zikir mode status, zikir mode is off. Okay, then the user wants to turn on the zikir mode status, the user can press number 4. Okay, inside this zikir mode status, it will count the zikir done by the user through the voice recognition, the detected voice from the user. So zikir mode is on, it will display Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, 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 Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah. 11 times each zikir. So total number is 33. Press Y to reset means if the user wants to redo the zikir mode again, they can press Y. So it will keep repeating the zikir. If the user have done the zikir, they want to go, they can press N to exit. Okay. Let's say if the user enter the wrong number that are not provided inside these options, like 9, the input is invalid. So the user have to input with the correct option. The user, let's say if the user wants to exit the system, they can press number 0 to terminate the program. After that, the program is finished running. After the moment user press number 0, it means the system will terminate and exit by itself. So that's all from us. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.